Okay, so I'm sharing a little bit about my experience with methotrexate, a chemotherapy drug, and living with rheumatic disease, Sjogren's, and Lupus. So it's important to know that prior to me going on to methotrexate, I had endured 2 back-to-back traumas that put me into a complete health crisis. I eventually got to the point where my Sjogren's was out of control. I was diagnosed with lupus, and I had to be on prednisone, which is a corticosteroid, for 2.5 years before I was able to find the treatment that actually worked. So during my long and torturous road with prednisone, I started first with Imuran to try and target my lupus and Sjogren with that medication, but it wasn't helping. So that's when methotrexate was introduced into my regime. Um, I started to notice as I was tapering off of the prednisone that the methotrexate was helping, but not as much as I wanted it to. And so my rheumatologist knocked up my dose, and now I'm on the highest dose, 25 milligrams a week, I think, milliliters per week. Again, I tried to taper off of prednisone again a third time, and again, the methotrexate helped, but not enough for me to be able to get off of the prednisone. Fast forward about another year, and I worked with my rheumatologist to be approved for and start the Benlysta medication. Benlysta is a biologic medication used to treat lupus patients. It's the newest lupus medication that is out on the market, approved by the FDA, and now starting to be approved by other governmental bodies around the globe. Benlysta was the medication that ultimately got me off of prednisone and got me back to being not bedbound and being able to have a relatively normal but still chronically ill with a disability life. I was told that the way that the Benlysta works is that it kind of helps to boost the methotrexate and the Imuran so that it works better in the body. It becomes more efficient, so to speak. So for me, the methotrexate on its own was helpful, but not enough. And so Benlysta was introduced into my weekly regime and with my meds, and now they are all working together in unison. I hope that this kind of explained my experience with it a little bit more and helped you to understand what I have gone through. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that follow button. I like to share about my experience with chronic illness and bring education and resources to the chronic illness community.